Live streaming is on.
Hello, thanks for your time. I'm going to try and demonstrate to you our SMS survey product, aptly named SMS Engage. So this is a way for you to engage with your customers to obtain a response from them as to their experience with you. You can use it in a number of different ways. Sending out an SMS, it will initiate a survey or initiate some form of questions in which you can obtain information back. But for this demonstration, we're honing in on the use case of trying to find out from our customers how they felt the experience was when they interacted with your organization. So on the screen, there's a couple of things here at the moment. There is a browser interface, and you can see that it says 8x8 SMS Engage. That's what I'm going to use to manually, in this occasion, send out an SMS to somebody with a link. They click the link, and it expands their browser and asks them a series of questions. Now, on the right, I can also see my mobile phone. So, of course, what I'm going to show to you is the experience from a user perspective also. All right. Now, what is also really important to make a point of at this point in time before I commence is that the browser interface you're looking at here is allowing somebody in your organization to manually invoke the SMS. It may be that you want to automate that process, and that is fine. We can do that. We have a series of APIs. This browser interface is actually consuming those APIs itself, but you could consume them from your CRM or from any kind of administration system that you choose, as long as there's a way in which, and we can talk and consult with you on this, but as long as there's a way that that system can respond to something and invoke an API call on us to tell us that, hey, we've got Graham here that needs to be sent an SMS. Here's his number. That's fine. But for the purpose of the demonstration today, I'm going to manually do this. So I'm going to input the telephone number. I'm going to input the person's name. I'm going to hit send. Okay. Shortly after, I'm going to see an SMS arrive here on my mobile phone. There we go. And you can see some previous links there from previous surveys while I've been testing this myself. But I can click on the most recent one, and that's going to open my browser on my phone. And it's going to ask me a series of questions that we've put together for the purpose of this demonstration. There's also a brief introduction here, just explaining to the customer, that their feedback matters to you, etc., etc. So this is all customizable. So obviously, the logos here will be your own. The text here will be your own. It's a blank canvas to start with. We'll work with you to work out what it is that you want to ask your customers. I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to say the waiting time was excellent. I'm going to say the understanding of my issue was also excellent, and I'm going to say the solution proposed to me was excellent, and I'm going to feedback a net promotion score of 8, and I'm going to feedback some free-form text. So thank you, Sally was brilliant. Just gives them the option to provide something positive back to you. It may be negative, and it may be neutral, whatever. You're going to get to see this afterwards, and you're going to be able to report on this. So, and I'll show that to you. So I've sent back that response now as a customer to your organization, reflecting how it is I feel about the interaction with your organization today. So now, of course, what's important, although the experience from the customer's point of view is very simple and seamless, of course, as you saw, it's also important that you see those stats, you see that information, so that you can act on it. So if I were to bring into view our portal here, there's a number of different things we can do within our communications platform as a service portal here, but we're going to just hone in on the SMS Engage element. So that's what's in view at the moment. If I refresh the screen, and we'll be able to see the most recent one that we've just done together on this video. So I select SMS Engage. I can see there's some metrics along the top here that signal to me summarized data. 7 total messages, There's been 7 clicks. There's been 6 responses. The response rate is 85.71%. So some useful metrics to give you a steer on how well this whole campaign is performing for you. But I can also see the individual responses down here. I can also hone in. So I could, for instance, start searching by telephone number here. So if I were, for instance, wanting to find an individual's users or an individual customer's response, I could hone in on their phone number and find that out. Now, I can click here and see the response in detail. Everything that they just gave me, everything that you saw me input on my mobile phone is now visible here. Thank you, Sally was brilliant. My NPS score of 8 and some the answers where I clicked 5 stars for all of those questions. That is useful when just honing in on an individual's responses, and this might might answer all your questions. But in the instance where you want to see this information summarized in a more totaling format, or you want to export this information out into a flat file, or you want to export this information into a CRM or management information portal such as Tableau or Power BI, then all of those options are available to you. We can discuss them and work out how to achieve that for you. But it's very straightforward. Exporting a CSV couldn't be easier. Download, you'll see that's just downloaded for me there. And all of that data that you can see in the browser interface at the moment is now extracted here in a flat file so that you can use that to do whatever it is that you'd like to do with it. But you can also extract this information out via APIs, or we could push this information out to somewhere else where you'd like to make it visible. We could also, for instance, act on the fact that somebody had given you a bad score. Maybe the NPS score was below 5 or 4, and you've triggered on the response to that a push to a workflow of some sort. Maybe it's a CRM system in which we inject a flag to say this customer is unhappy. That goes into a workflow queue for certain people to be able to respond to that customer, maybe proactively call them and ask whether they can help. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that's been informative. Please ask any questions if you'd like to. My name's Graham Bond, so you can call me on 0208 016 7275. I'll be happy to help. Okay, thank you.